We started this doubleheader on Fox with a shootout. Got a pretty good feeling we could have another here as Oklahoma gets ready to take on Texas Tech from Jones AT&T Stadium in Lubbock. On 3rd and 4, they rush only 4, so Mayfield has time to go underneath, and it's D.D. Westbrook making a cut for a first down. Coming off the best 3-game streak for a receiver in Oklahoma history. Offense coming off a great game against Kansas State, put up 38 on a team that had been really good defensively. On 2nd and 10, Mayfield with a deep drop. Eyes downfield. There's Mixon. He will take it. Touchdown, Oklahoma. From 56 yards.
Well, we talked about this in the open. This is what makes Joe Mixon so special, is his versatility, his ability to be able to get out of the backfield, and he's basically going to beat right here. Deshaun Johnson in one-on-one coverage. Baker Mayfield again. He's patient enough in the pocket to allow Mixon time to get open downfield.
Targeting call last week in the second half of that game against West Virginia. Mahomes in the quick game underneath. There's Giles who coughs it up. And Oklahoma's got it. That's been one of the things that this team's been good at. Only the 2nd fumble this year for Texas Tech, and Jordan Evans recovers for the Sooners.
Yeah, I think it was Emmanuel Beal who was able to knock this out. You can see he puts his helmet right on the forearm of the ball carrier. And I can tell you, as a former player, that hurts. Your immediate reaction is not to clinch onto the ball. It's actually to give it up. So a good play by Beal. That's exactly how they teach you to try to get the ball out when tackling.
Baker Mayfield comes back out. They just got that play off quickly in the hands of Mixon. A 56-yard touchdown on the first drive and a first down on the first play of this one.
And he's got experience.
Yep. Perfect snap. Mayfield sets. Even one long. It's Westbrook again. Touchdown, Oklahoma. 49 yards. His 9th touchdown in the last 13 quarters.
And there's not a whole lot to this. This is just one-on-one, man-to-man coverage right here. This is the matchup. And D.D. Westbrook just beats Polite Bray in a foot race. Baker Mayfield does a good job putting enough air on the football to allow D.D. Westbrook to run to it. And that's about as easy as it gets.
And Oklahoma's defense was the best in the conference last year. That's not been the case this year, especially bad against the pass. Mahomes gets rid of it just in time. Was hit by Emmanuel Beal. He's already forced a fumble, and it's 3rd and 10.
And this is not where you want to be. And look, again, this offensive line has struggled. As we see Beal basically come on a delayed blitz. He walks right past Paul Stewar's fast twitch wide receivers. Get him the ball, let him try to make a move and get upfield.
First run play of the day for Texas Tech, and Jordan Evans, their leading tackler, shuts it down. All kinds of white shirts around him. It'll be 3rd and 2. It's one-on-one, but it's in the grills of those Oklahoma receivers. Mayfield throwing short. It's Westbrook open, beating Polite Bray once again for a first down.
And once again, D.D. Westbrook too quick off the line. Watch his little outside move on Polite Bray. Look, if you're going to be up at the line of scrimmage, if you're Polite Bray, you got to get up into the wide receiver and make some contact.
No chance to keep up with a guy as quick as Westbrook like that. Play action. Mayfield a deep drop. Under pressure. Able to get away. Scrambling some more. Keeps his eyes downfield and finds Andrews and turns a disaster into a gain of 9. Said he developed that scrambling ability while he was running the scout team a couple of years ago.
Well, and this was what makes Baker Mayfield so special. Nothing downfield. He somehow gets out of the sack and buys time and eventually finds Mark Andrews. He takes what would have been a negative play into a positive. That's why this offense is working so efficient this year.
A Oklahoma walk-on, that is. Big hole for Mixon off the right side. And an open field tackle made by DJ Polite Bray. Well, Mixon could have been off and running. 2nd and 2. Texas Tech 5th in the country at 49 per. Obo Okoronkwo stopping DeLeon Ward to begin this Texas Tech drive. Oklahoma has 9 men standing. They only bring 4. Mahomes floating one, dangerously incomplete. Stephen Parker had it gift wrapped and couldn't hang on. 4th down.
Well, when Jonathan Giles is beating you this much, look at the double coverage here. That's what they call bracket coverage. They're both going to be responsible for Jonathan Giles. One's going to have the inside leverage, one's going to have outside leverage, or in this case, it was Stephen Parker playing underneath, which allowed him to undercut that route.
So 1st and 15 from the 46. Mixon into the short side with a seam, and Joe Mixon, a 1st down and more. Exploding, reaching, in for the Oklahoma touchdown. A 46-yarder, his 2nd of the day.
Joe Mixon had 156 yards a year ago versus Texas Tech. And look at this hole that's created by the Oklahoma offensive line. That's really been the key for this team. They've been winning on both sides of the ball up front, their D-line and their O-line. That's been the difference after the first 3 games where they started off 1-2.
Today's got 2 catches for 28 yards. Holmes looking to throw again, pumps underneath. Trying to extend the play. Throwing one out of bounds. More pressure without even bringing any extra men.
Well, they're only rushing 3. And really, it's the double coverage right here on Giles. Watch as we roll this replay. Excuse me, it's actually up top here. You can see the safety on Ahmad Thomas working to him. But they're trying to devote 2 defenders to him wherever he goes, regardless of where he lines up, to properly substitute and get their players off the field.
On 2nd down, Mahomes pumping again. No way he gets out of this. Losing 2, and again it's with only a 4 or 5-man rush. Obo Okoronkwo will get credit. Fake the screen to Ward. Now Mahomes cuts it upfield and belted down by Jordan Evans. Drive beginning at the 25 for Baker Mayfield and the Sooners. He'll look to throw. Wants to go downfield. Instead, checks it down for a 1st down to Dimitri Flowers, who's been a big part of this offense's success at the fullback position.
Was confident enough that he would eventually get open, waited on him, and found the completion.
Here comes Mixon, patient running. Got around 1 man. Stiff arms Deshaun Johnson. This is a man's run by Joe Mixon. Inside the 40. Reverse field. A stiff arm and 25 yards.
250 pounds, and look at that vicious stiff arm on Deshaun Johnson. And as he made his way down the field, Paul Banks, the quarterback, he stayed in the back pedal.
With that bruising style. 1st down from the 38. Fake to Adams, throw the slant. Mark Andrews 1st down. You saw Andrews go back to the locker room earlier. Good sign for Oklahoma fans that he's back. It's a trick play. Westbrook on the reverse. And D.D. Westbrook sets up 1st and goal. Here's Seibert. Missed an extra point earlier. And nails this one from 23.
And they're finding him right in between the linebackers, Emmanuel Beal, number 14, and number 26, Jordan Evans.
Pumped underneath, now floats one, end zone and picked off. Threw it late, and Stephen Parker came over for the pick.
Stephen Parker had his eyes on Patrick Mahomes that entire play. They tried to fake a little screen and then throw vertically to Reggie Davis. See Mahomes going there the whole time, just puts too much air in it. I mean, if you're Patrick Mahomes too, you want Reggie Davis to at least come back and make a play. I don't know that he ever saw Stephen Parker coming across the field. Line of scrimmage and tip balls and make plays on the ball.
Trying to get some breathing room, and they'll get plenty. Joe Mixon breaks across the 30 on a 31-yard gain. Already has 142, nearing a career high here in the 1st half. Now Abdul Adams has a gaping hole off the left side and cut down by Deshaun Johnson. They're showing it and only bringing 4. Basquin has it for a first down. A walk-on, Nick Basquin, 13 yards to convert. On the 25-yard line, fake to Mixon. Wants to go deep and has D.D. Westbrook inside the 25. How do you leave that man that open? 55 yards, but he's slow to get up. 27 seconds left in this first half. Oklahoma trying to answer back, trailing for the first time today. Mayfield sets, end zone, Basquin perfectly thrown. Oklahoma strikes back. A 23-yard score for Basquin. And because it's a spot foul, they still do get 5 yards on that play. 1st and 5. Abdul Adams comes in to take the fake. And Mahomes with a timing route to the outside for Dahu Green. Only his second catch of the season. This would be a direct snap to Joe Mixon. And Mixon waits for his blocks to develop and surges for a first down. On first down, they bring 5. It's picked up on the slant. It's Westbrook again for another Oklahoma touchdown. His second of the day, his 10th over the last 4 games.
I mean, you just can't cover the guy one-on-one. I mean, look, he's working on Paul Banks. You see the cushion Banks is giving him, and he just beats him out of the break with speed, and he's strong enough to work through the tackle. I mean, that's just simple football. There's not really even much for Baker Mayfield to read.
On 2nd and 10. Mahomes in a shrinking pocket. Dangerous throw is broken up on a diving play by Jordan Parker.
The Oklahoma defensive staff is really excited about Jordan Parker. They've been looking for someone at that field corner spot to really step up, and Parker's the guy who's kind of got that size everyone's looking for now.
In front of the 2nd and 7 play where they fake the mix in and have an open Basquin at midfield for a first down, Bruce. Yeah, they picked the wrong era to be defensive coordinators. Trying to stop a 3rd and 5. Mixon is left alone out of the backfield, and with a one-handed reception, he stays on his feet and scores again. 43 yards. Magic Mixon.
And this, to me, is just a mental error. We've seen Oklahoma utilize Mixon out of the backfield, but Gary Moore was the guy who was responsible for him. But look at the one-handed catch. I mean,
like
what more can you say about him? Looks like he was up there on a platter and he just brings it down. But why? How do you put a defensive end in one-on-one coverage on Mixon anyways?
Only 6'2", 250, undersized. They love how hard he plays, though. Mayfield rolls. Has Lewis open again. Back-to-back receptions for him. And an Oklahoma first down. Up to the 41. Mixon straight ahead. Hit the hole hard. Got 7 or 8. Pipkins the tackle. 2nd and short.
Started 3 games now together as far as the group with the positions that they're at currently tonight.
Continuity huge for him. 2nd down and 2. Mayfield a deep drop. All kinds of time from that O-line. But the coverage downfield makes him scramble. And throw for Flowers, who adjusts with a flag. He caught it. Touchdown, Oklahoma. The fullback, Dimitri Flowers, from 35 yards.
Pass interference by number 38 of the defense. Penalties declined. Touchdown.
Well, then there's one example of how special Baker Mayfield is when he can buy time running around. He had all the time. Their offensive line did a good job giving him time in the pocket, and then it was able to extend the play, and he goes to one of the most unlikely guys. Dimitri Flowers, a guy who coming into the game didn't even have a rush for the Oklahoma offense, and see Keyshawn Allen clearly just trying to get back.
Kind of got to redefine what success is for a defense in this day and age. 2nd down 11. Mayfield well protected. Zips one in there for Basquin. And a first down and a gain of 16. Second down, 7. Mayfield a strong arm strike. D.D. Westbrook stop and start. First down inside the 35 and down to the 30. Another huge night for Westbrook, who adds 26 more to his total. Mayfield changes the play on first down. It's a fake to Mixon. Going short side. Flag flies in from the secondary as Westbrook has another reception, this time tackled by Nelson. On 2nd and 7. They swing it out to Mixon. In space. Mixon cuts it back and spins in for another OU touchdown. This one from 15. A new school record for Baker Mayfield with 7 touchdowns tonight.
So David Gibbs and Texas Tech, they bring pressure again off the edge. You see Jashawn Johnson, and really it ends up being number 12, Zach Barnes. He's the one that busts this play. He was responsible for Joe Mixon in coverage. He's the widest guy. You should have went with him and not allowed that reception.
Try and make this a 14-point game. Try to make up for the missed extra point on their first touchdown an eternity ago. They swing it to Westbrook. He's got the corner and he's got 2 more. Second down, 3. Out of the pistol. They bring Mixon straight downhill this time for an Oklahoma first down. From the 36 on a 1st and 10. Mayfield pulls it this time. And Malik Jenkins can't get it. Mayfield's got a first down. There Gima pushed him out. And now flags fly. Who will this flag be on? Over on the Oklahoma sideline, Mayfield and Gima coming together. Mixon, that's a strike and a first down to Geno Lewis to quiet the crowd and a gain of 16. Mixon, big hole, Joe Mixon, goodbye. Touchdown, Oklahoma. This one from 42 is 5th of the day.
That was just another example of the Texas Tech defense putting all the bodies down around the line of scrimmage. There's no one in the back end as far as the last line of defense. So once Joe Mixon gets through the line of scrimmage, it's just green grass, green turf, whatever you want to call it.
Here we go. Onside kick, Hatfield, and it skips its way right into the hands of Jarvis Baxter. Now, the fact that they have 3 timeouts means that that doesn't necessarily seal the deal.
After the year he's had so far, he'll be coming back to Norman next year.
3rd down and 2. And they're ready to snap it directly to him. He waits for the blocks to develop and seals the deal with a first down to the 35. Texas Tech will use its final timeout, but Oklahoma can now run this clock out.
And what a night for Baker Mayfield. All the emotions coming back to the place where really it all started for him. Had a lot of success early on as a freshman. Some things didn't necessarily work out. He moved on to Oklahoma, found a new home, and has been sensational for the Sooners since he arrived on campus.
This is how teams take knees in 2016. And by the way, Texas Tech didn't use that final timeout, holding on to it. Hey, you want another record?
Sure.
What was it, Barry? 78 first downs in this game ties the NCAA record.
Oh, well, I mean,
you get a record. You get a record.
Everyone gets a record. But On pace for one of the longer games that finishes in regulation.
Yeah. Oklahoma is going to win its 4th in a row after that 1-2 start. This will be their 11th consecutive Big 12 win.
We just saw Lincoln Riley a moment ago. If you wonder why these young men, whether it's Cliff Kingsbury or Lincoln Riley, and Graham Harrell, who's now an offensive coordinator at North Texas, former quarterback at Texas Tech, these guys continue to keep moving on and getting head jobs because no one can stop these offenses. They just have defensive coordinators in a tizzy trying to figure out how to limit some of the production. Because as much as you want to say, well, Texas Tech's defense couldn't stop Oklahoma, Oklahoma's defense really couldn't stop Texas Tech either.
No. Both teams, and this is perfect, both teams finished with exactly 854 yards, setting an NCAA record with 1,708 yards combined. 66-59, the final score in a game that saw 4 NCAA records tied or topped. Don't forget, a full day of NFL action comes your way tomorrow on Fox. 2 of the season's biggest stories squaring off: Sam Bradford and the Vikings, Carson Wentz and the Eagles, or other regional action across the country. Coverage starts at 11 Eastern on Fox. For Bruce and Brady and the rest of our Fox Sports crew, Joe Davis wishing you good night from Lubbock.